my wife was away for a full week, and it was the last week of the school holidays, so I had an 8-year-old who was not at school on my own, and I know that a lot of people do this all the time, but it was new for me. And unfortunately, my workload didn't really get the message that my wife, that my co-parenter wasn't there, and it didn't let up at all. So I had an 8-year-old who wasn't at school, and the same kind of workload that I have normally. And I have to say, I don't really feel like I did very well at all. I mean, it's why, this evening talking about parenting, it's like, what the hell can I tell you? You don't want to know what's inside my thought system about parenting, because I don't feel like I do a particularly good job. Now, I said this to a coaching buddy. I was like, oh my God, I've had the most awful week, and I've been a terrible parent. And they very kindly, lovingly came back to me and like, well, who says you're a terrible parent? It's like, oh, hang on then. How far do I have to look? How far do I have to look to see who says I'm a terrible parent? Oh, could it be the contents of my thought system being stirred up there and coming out with ideas of what's good and what's bad, and measuring up what it sees against what it's saying is good and bad, and saying, oh, that doesn't measure up. It's all going on in there. It's none of my concern, really. That really helped. Thank you for asking me. Who says what's good and what's bad? Another parent put it very, very succinctly when I was talking to them after at the school pickup. She said, well, you're still here, aren't you? I was like, yeah. And your daughter's still here, isn't she? Yeah. Well, what's the problem then? And it can feel a bit like that, can't it, sometimes, just like getting through to the end of the day, and where's the problem in that? We're all still breathing. Everything else is just judgment that's coming from in there, is just judgment that's coming from a left brain about, well, actually, I think that things should be like this, because I've got a whole load of information in here about stuff that I've read and stuff that my parents taught me, and looking around at other people and comparing and having this gold standard of what being a parent should be like, and hey buddy, you're not matching up to it, and it's all nonsense.